Welcome to the Resurrection Meditation channel, where the voices of past historical figures come to life. In this special episode, we will be exploring the life of Milliardo Peacecraft. Stay tuned till the end for a special message from Peacecraft himself. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Milliardo Peacecraft was born as the eldest son and heir to the throne of the pacifist Sank Kingdom, an idealistic nation dedicated to peace and non-violence. However, his family's peaceful existence was shattered when the United Earth-Sphere Alliance invaded and brutally annexed the kingdom, leading to the presumed death of most of his family, including his younger sister Raylina. To survive and pursue his own agenda, Milliardo adopted the false identity of Zex Marquise, a highly skilled and ambitious ace pilot within the Oz military organization. Under his new identity, Zex Marquise quickly distinguished himself as a brilliant mobile suit pilot and a charismatic leader. Known for his distinctive white mobile suit, the Tallgeese, then the Epion, he became a legendary figure within Oz and a formidable opponent to the Gundam pilots. Despite his allegiance to Oz, Zex often operated with his own complex moral code, frequently clashing with the more ruthless elements of the organization. He developed a fierce rivalry, yet also a profound respect for the Gundam pilot Hero Huey. As the series progresses, Milliardo's true identity and his royal lineage are gradually revealed. This revelation, particularly to his surviving sister Raylina Peacecraft, highlights the profound irony of his journey. While Raylina championed total pacifism as the true legacy of the Sank Kingdom, Milliardo, having witnessed firsthand the brutal realities of war and the failures of passive resistance, believed that true peace could only be achieved through a radical reshaping of the world's power structures, even if it required extreme violence. Driven by his increasingly radical ideals, Milliardo Peacecraft eventually abandons his Oz persona and assumes leadership of the White Fang, an anti-alliance revolutionary organization composed primarily of disgruntled space colonists. Under his command, the White Fang launched a devastating war against the Earth, aiming to dismantle the existing power structures and force humanity into a truly unified state. He pushed the world to the brink, believing that only through utter devastation could true peace be forged from the ashes. Milliardo Peacecraft remains one of Gundam Wing's most complex and compelling characters. He was a man of immense talent and conviction, driven by a desire for peace, yet tragically willing to use the most violent means to achieve it. His journey from a royal prince to a masked ace, and finally to a revolutionary leader, embodies the central conflict of the series: the struggle to achieve peace in a world perpetually caught in cycles of war, and the difficult questions surrounding the justification of extreme actions for noble ends. Now, here is a message from Milliardo Peacecraft in his own voice.
To the denizens of this current era, I observe. The centuries turn, the technologies evolve, yet the fundamental flaws of humanity persist with disheartening regularity. You possess instruments of communication that span the globe in an instant, yet the echoes of understanding are often drowned out by the clamor of self-righteous pronouncements. You speak of unity, of progress, while the divisions between you deepen, perpetuated by ideologies as stubborn as they are baseless. You are awash in information, yet discernment appears a scarce commodity. Algorithms, not reason, often dictate what truths you embrace. The lessons of countless conflicts, of past follies, seem to dissipate like mist, leaving you to tread familiar, destructive paths. You recoil from overt warfare in some regions, yet proxy battles rage, economic disparities widen, and the planet itself groans under the weight of your continued neglect. My sister Raylina spoke of true pacifism, a noble yet ultimately naive aspiration. I, however, witnessed the brutal inefficiency of such ideals in the face of ingrained human belligerence. True peace, a lasting, undeniable quiet, cannot be achieved through gentle persuasion or the hope of spontaneous enlightenment. It requires a fundamental shift, a forcing of the issue. You cling to antiquated notions of sovereignty, of self-interest, while the problems you face demand a singular, unified response. You celebrate small victories, ignoring the looming shadows of greater, systemic failures. Understand this: the cycle of conflict, of division, will not cease simply because you wish it so. It requires a decisive intervention, a reshaping of the very foundations upon which your fractious world is built. You believe you are free, but you remain slaves to your own predictable patterns of self-destruction. The path to true peace remains clear, though perhaps unpalatable to those who cling to their comforting illusions. The question is not if change must come, but how forcefully it will be imposed upon you. The choice, ultimately, remains yours, though I confess, my hope for your vindication has long been lost.
This has been the Resurrection Meditation Channel, where the voices of past historical figures come to life. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment to let us know who you would like to see next. Click on the thumbnails to see a guided meditation from Milliardo Peacecraft, or to learn about the next resurrectee. Hope you enjoy.